Okay, we are live, hopefully. It's gonna be a little bit of a different VOD review from yesterday. Hold on. Where did my charger for my phone go? Because that's how I watched the chat. Because I don't have the luxury of a second monitor, and yes, we're in the display capture this time, instead of having the actual window in OBS. This way I can draw over it. Hold on. Is it plugged in? Charger? There you go. Took it a little bit. We got there. Hold on. Can't refresh the page on the phone for some reason. I don't know why, but here we are. Mission accomplished. Okay, so until more people get here or I decide what we're gonna do, we're probably gonna finish the VOD from yesterday later today. But for right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna VOD review some Omen on Haven because I feel I understand how to play Astra on Haven, right? But Omen is technically the more played and better agent, and I want to know why. I want to know how to play him on that map. I want to see some ideas, like some default strategies from Som, because typically whenever I'm watching a controller's VOD, it's gonna be Som. He has the best gameplay in my opinion for controllers on Twitch, and apart from Nats, but that's like really just Viper. So we're gonna look into how he plays Omen. We're gonna look into his protocols, what he does, like his smokes and stuff every round. We're also gonna look at strategy because me personally, as an IGL, I like to look at whenever how the people call in game. That's why I like these like pro VODs more, like streamers and stuff. I like it more than actual pro matches because you can hear how they're actually calming as opposed to pro games where you don't hear how they're calming it. So yeah, you get a lot out of these little VODs. We're trying to not go anywhere near as in depth as we did at the start of yesterday's stream because that took a really long time, and we're trying to make it where we can get through an entire VOD in one stream because that would be ideal, you know? So let's see how far we get. Hold on, let's put on stream what the goal is. Sorry if this is hurting anyone's head. This is the text from yesterday. This is the new text. Text goal dots learn Omen. Find patterns slash protocols in util. Learn some cool comp gradient strats. And these are all the things you can learn from doing VOD reviews like this, which is the goal for today. I'm sorry if this looks really weird. It'll be off your screen in just a moment. We'll put this on the top left. I still don't have, actually, we'll move it down a little because this little tab thing should be there for the video player as well. I still don't have any alerts or anything like that, so I apologize. We'll get them next time, don't worry. And on the other tab, we have a Valo plant open. So we can create a strategy. We can go Haben. And now we can like let's see, it looks like we're on attack first, right? Yeah, we're on attack first. So what I like to do is whenever I'm VOD reviewing players and I want to keep like a track of their utility. Let's say he throws a default smoke, I don't know, here every round, right? We're gonna keep overlaying them and seeing where his default smokes are at the start of every round. We're gonna obviously find the reason behind these smokes. But the one that has like 16 smokes piled on top of each other, that's gonna be his default smoke, the one he throws no matter what, just for conditioning or whatever his thought process is. We'll figure it out as we go along. We'll figure out what the thought process is. We'll try to think through it. But yeah, that's what the Val plan's for. It's also for breaking down strats better because it has a cooler line software. As you can see, I think it's called Epic Pen or something like that. It's okay. It's the reason we're in a display capture instead of just watching the video this time. And I actually brought coffee. So, should be an interesting live stream.
Doesn't pay. Alright, Quan.
Also, I was told yesterday, and I checked the stream, and the audio was kind of low, so I apologize if it's a little low. I'm not entirely sure why. OBS isn't set lower than normal.
Someone entry. Smoking. Flashing now.
I think I've watched another perspective of this VOD before.
Whoa. Jimmy, keep going, bro. Keep going. Chill, bro. That's a hard 70. Heaven. Yeah, keep peeking, guys. Keep peeking. Yeah, I'm down to lose.
Okay, so to summarize, let's say like 60-70% of the time, people are going to go A first round for the same reason they went B on Ascent and what was the map yesterday? Fracture. It's an important site to take, and it's a lot easier to take it on pistol round. The theory behind it, as I explained yesterday, is gun advantage. No one has gun advantage on pistol round, right? But if there's only two guns here and you all have the same guns, right? Two defender guns, if if I push them with 4 or 5 guns, I suddenly have gun advantage just by numbers, because two ghosts are better than one, obviously. So that's why on pistol round, the majority of the time you want to hard hit something rather than default. You should probably never default on pistol round. It looked like he was hard soul in this, and it's because they're radiance. If this was like one of our lobbies, like Diamond, Plat, Ascendant lobby, we're gonna get up long. Little Timmy's gonna kill Jimmy, and then we're gonna lose the round because we're gonna be stuck long and we have no lurks. But in a Radiant lobby, our Jets actually have confidence and they kill little Jimmy and they go out on site. So we know we're gonna get on site if we say we're gonna hit A. So he opens with the Heaven Smoke. The Heaven Smoke being the first smoke because obviously we're coming out long a lot faster than we're coming out short. And I think this is like logic that I need to have in my head at all times, and if you're a controller, you do too. That hold on. That it takes longer to go up short than to go up long because you have more angles to clear, and you have to clear them a lot more carefully. And long, you're just running up, and especially if you have two players, one to hold in this direction, like holding the main swing while the other one scales up to clear all of this, then clearing long is significantly faster. So the going long is way faster than going short, essentially, and you should smoke this. There was a debate a little while ago I saw on like Reddit or something. I don't remember exactly where. But he was asking, is this smoke better or is this smoke better? And to sum it up, it's as simple as, okay, so are we taking site? If we're taking site, we smoke this because we don't have the ability to control this, and this is just giving it, this smoke would just give them the ability to flash out of it and retake easier. It also gives them the ability to pop in and out of the smoke, which we don't have control of site yet, so that's a bad thing. Instead, we do this, which completely blocks them off. We have the ability to control this because if we get here and here, it's just a solid wall we can control. It's easier to control this. If you have control of site, like let's say it's post plant now, you can smoke this because now you can actually hold this angle, and it's better that way. But essentially, summarize: you're pushing site, smoke it, smoke short like this. I mean, connector like this. If you're holding site, you smoke it like this. It's that simple. I learned this on Astra. It's the same for all controllers, no matter what controller you're playing on this map. Although you should only ever play Astra Omen on this map. Those are the smokes. So to summarize, the strategy was, yeah, let's just push A because we're gonna diff them. Sometimes you get these gems because like these players are for the most part pro players as well. So sometimes you'll get these magnificent mid rounds, which is why I'm watching a pro VOD, not just to learn utility, but also because like sometimes their mid rounds are fantastic. But yeah, round one, very, very basic. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use brim smokes to symbolize smokes that he's used on like executes or whatever. These are his execute smokes for A. Did he use a flash this round? I don't know if he even bought one. He may not have, because I think he came in with the ghost, didn't he? Oh, he did. Hold on, I missed this.
Someone entry. Smoking. Flashing.
Where's that flash going? It's like going. Hold on. He's about here, right? His smoke's angled in this direction. So the goal, I think the goal of his flash is to get. Okay, so common angles, common angles. Hell is a common angle. Hell is not an angle you want to hold against the jet who's rushing out on site. So you'd rather be a little forward. You'd rather be backside, but that's not going to work with this flash because the flash is going to, well, blind you. So I think that's the objective of this blind. Is he angling it a little upwards? No, not really. I think it would be better if he angled it a little upwards, but the flash might be fat anyways. So if it is fat enough, if there's a jet up here, it'll blind her too, which is a really common angle. So that clears two angles, and even if they're like under the box for some reason, which is a horrible, horrible angle, it still blinds them, which allows our jet to come up and clear this all a lot easier, only having to worry about this close angle. So I get the blind. I also like that whenever he stops kind of over here, and can I turn this off, please? Thank you. Whenever he stops over here to like smoke, he literally just says smoking or smokes. That's all he says. That's a nice comm. He doesn't tell them where he's smoking. He just says smokes. That's a a higher level comm than what I do, because I will tell them I'm smoking heaven and I'm smoking CT, but I don't have to do that. I should just say smoking, because everyone knows exactly where you're gonna smoke. You're gonna smoke here and here. So why tell them why? Okay, okay. Why tell your team where you're gonna smoke? Just say smoking. Simplify the comms. They're all calming. Oh, there's three guys short. There's a guy. There's a guy long and stuff, and they need to be focused on their comms. All you have to say is smoking. So you're not cluttering up the comms anymore. Okay. So that is round 1. This is a 21-minute VOD. I think we can speed through this pretty easily. We won first round. I don't know who's IGLing here. I know that the IGL that is in here is FNS, but I don't think he's the one IGLing on this team. Hold on, let's back up.
C-split. A good comms.
Alright.
Crash
Yo, I
ease.
need the squirrel molly with me. Everyone else
Squirrel molly is. I think that's referring to this setup. Kind of you kind of toss it from lobby from like down here, so that they can take site easier. 10 out of 10 molly, by the way. So let's look at the pattern. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna how do we yes. I have a notepad with what the heck? Why is there an image? What how does this happen? Huh? What the heck? I've never seen that before, but alright. Anyways. So round 1, we're going to say a fast. I would normally put hard hit, but we're just going to put fast push for the reason why? Question mark. Here, let's put a period here. Why? It's well, instead of putting it's easier to put gun advantage, because it's easier is not an actual reason. Round 32, round 2, C split. Why? Why would we go C with better guns? Because we have the range advantage. We're splitting the site though. And I think that's smarter than just going C, because oftentimes, and I'm guilty of this myself, whenever I'm IGLing, I'll say, okay, we have better guns, it's just 5-man C or 5-man A or whatever, or if it's Pearl, I'll say A. And that's not a good thing. You want to always split. Even if you have gun advantage, you want to always split, because you never know when little Timmy with the judge, who forced and has nothing else, kills 3 of your players, and then you're stuck long because they pushed out of mid already. You want more map control. Even if you are guaranteed to win the round by pushing one place, you want to get the map control. There's no point in not getting the map control. So, yeah. I get the idea behind the C split. Let's see how he smokes for the C split. He's doing garage. I'm guessing garage and CT.
No, too late. Way too late for that. Oh, he's doing the net. He's doing the net setup.
Flashing default. Get in that.
He's backside. He's back in.
Flashing the smoke.
Sitting in a smoke, maybe.
Definitely in the smoke.
He's bomb carrier. It's something to note.
Could be plat.
Didn't plant for long because he couldn't plant for long.
Garage next. Garage next. 2. No.
2 garage.
Okay, so he threw because he over-aggressed in garage, but he was trying to trade his teammate. We're not looking for his errors. We're not trying to VOD review him. We're just trying to see how he uses his utility, because he's a higher level player than me. So for the C split, it's a smoke here, and it is a smoke here, so that you can take garage. His blind was kind of like out here, like this. I think the objective is to kind of, I think, like that, kind of get logs and plat. I think that works. Maybe more like this. Yeah. That feels like that's the flash there. And he, interestingly, they won first round, right? And he forced a stinger instead of a specter. I think that's personal preference. I would force the specter and light shields. But I've also been seeing other people doing that, so maybe it's better for your eco on specific agents. Because I don't think it is on Astra, but it probably is on Omen, because I know a lot of people play Omen's eco very differently from other agents. Like, what's his name? One of the 100 Thieves players, whoever their smoke player is, he plays Haven Omen, and he'll always have a rifle second round. So Omen's eco functions just a little bit differently from other controllers. And C split Y, map control just in case, makes the retake harder. Okay. Round trace. Back to the VOD.
And
Two.
look, see, look,
Flank.
Ooh, does he win these? No, he does not.
Thrifty.
I love that. I love the long range stinger.
You fucking serious?
AFC. Mine?
We have to fake A here.
Bye,
Fake an
bye,
A rush.
bye. I'm actually down to buy.
Buy, fake an A rush, and then walk 2 guys into B or C. Should I buy a dog?
Oh, actually,
Nah.
it's actually a great comp, and that simplifies the way I'd say it. I would have put fake A and B. Let's have 2 people lurk mid. He said it differently. He said let's fake an A rush, have 2 people walk up B, and then have 2 people walk up B. So I feel like it's more simplified and clearer. So that's interesting. I want to see how he fakes the site. Like what smokes are we dedicating? Because on Astra, what you would do is you would spend 1 smoke heaven, and then you would call back the CT smoke if you were doing a fake, or you could expend both smokes and just use the rest of utility to take B site, because it's more of a fight here than it is to hold it. And we're also forcing. I think that was the reason behind it. The reason behind the second round stinger buy, instead of forcing all the way, you force just a little bit, so that you have the money to force again if you lose that round.
Omen lurk.
Smoke. Smoking cross. Just spamming K.
He's watching his mini map to see when they come up long, I'm guessing.
Oh, they're fighting?
He burnt
Yeah,
1
fucking-
smoke for heaven,
I'm coming.
which tells the enemy team that we're pushing up long.
Smoking A link.
This guy was rushing me.
Killjoy.
Yeah. Shut. Come back.
Spike
He spammed
down
me.
B.
We have C. We have B.
Peek short.
All right.
Sam has it.
Come B. Smoke's fading A link soon.
C-link.
It's a combination of utility
Okay,
that
okay,
needs to
Smoke
be
A link in 3
memorized.
seconds. I'll smoke A link. 2 seconds.
There's some things you find in these VODs that you need to practice.
Oh wow. Look at that.
But it feels like that is his ideal method of lurking there.
You can't flank.
We can't tell that, but based off 1 VOD. But if we watch like 2 or 3, I bet he does that often. Because there's an absurd amount of confidence in that.
Off you,
Spot
Gibza.
sealer.
I know A sealer.
Also, 10 out of 10 crossfire.
It's done. Good luck.
One enemy remaining.
GG.
It's a good round. Okay, so C splits, 3rd round. Force for the A fake. And B. I don't know if that's confusing at all, but that's how we're going to word it. Why? Question mark? We've conditioned, I hope I spelled that right, them to our fast hits. That's my guess why we changed the pace so drastically. We've conditioned them to our fast hits. So now that we are down guns, we can slow it down, so to speak. I mean, it's still a fast round because our fake went through in like 20-30 seconds. It was a fast fake, but it was still a slower round than before. Like first round, we just straight up ran down A long and we won the round. But now that we've lost, they know that we hit sites really hard. So let's make them think we're hitting A again because it worked so well, and then we're gonna end somewhere else. So I think this is like logic that can be like put into any scenario. Let's say we it's here. I kind of don't want to lose this Valor plant, so we'll do that. Valor plant. We'll create a new strategy. Let's see, Pearl for instance. Let's say we're Pearl. First round. Okay, guys, we're gonna hit A. It's a fast hit. Here, we'll do a split. We'll send like 1 or 2 lurks up art, and that's how we won first round. That's how we won pistol. We split A, and then we try to go B second round because we have gun advantage, guys. We have the better guns. Let's go B, and we lose because they have marshals, right? So what we're gonna do then is we're gonna assess the situation. We're gonna be like, okay, so A worked, right? My teammates are gonna be like, yo, A worked. Let's just hit it again. That's bad. We don't do that. We don't do just, hey guys, A worked. Let's do it again. Instead, what we're gonna do is because the enemy team is gonna be thinking, okay guys, A worked. Let's stack A because they're gonna maybe gamble stack or put more attention in that direction because they know we know it works. So what we're gonna do is we're going to make it look like it did first round. We're going to we're gonna have the people go towards A, make the same noise, maybe drop a smoke or two that looks the exact same, and then maybe have someone there here, or have someone there here, or someone go through here instead of going through here. But the goal is we're gonna make them think it's the repeat of first round, and we're gonna end somewhere else because we've conditioned them to think that we're dumb, and in a way that like, okay, so these guys they won first round doing this, they're gonna do it again because second round was a different plan and it didn't work, so they're just gonna default back to what worked the first time. And if we change it up in a way that makes them look like they were right, they're gonna be like, oh my god, we're right, rotate, rotate, and then we're gonna be on the other side already. So I think this is like logic that can apply to any situation, and I think it's very basic logic that most people don't think about, like IGLs and lower ranks. I don't think they get it. But yeah, that's a fun round. And something that needs to be memorized here. We'll go into sequence 2 for stuff that needs to be memorized. Can I delete smokes and they not be deleted on sequence 1? I sure can. Okay, so what he did for the fake was he smoked a heaven, and once we were up close here, he smoked this, and then as his teammate takes this fight, we could fight with him, or alternatively, we could just teleport up here and then trade him once the guy walks back here, because he's not going to hear you from across the site while taking a gunfight with your teammate. It is baity. I don't think it was intentionally baity. I think he was just trying to get up there before he swung this, and this guy swung this thinking that Omen was also swinging, which is unfortunate. But this is his pathing, and it catches the guy backside off because you're in an amazing off angle so quickly, and it worked so well because this guy started the gunfight with him, which the sounds of the gunshots are what distracted him. So that's an interesting round. Also, a lot of talking really fast.
And it's a wrap.
GG.
Oh, no, I'm flashing.
I see. Done.
Bro, Molly,
5C.
Can't lose that.
Roll Molly again? This one, right?
We have gun advantage, right? Because of last round.
Where you dashing?
What do you want, Chakaron? What do you want?
We kind of do.
I'm probably gonna go right side somehow.
That's really deep.
They're gonna do
Wait,
Molly
no,
CT,
I'm flashing right. Dash
I got it. I'm on
left.
CT. Yeah.
Reach is here. You're
Give
about
us
to
stun.
stun
Give
through.
us stun.
I'm flashing away. You guys ready? Flashing now.
Did I make it? No, I did. I'm flashing back flat. Oh, never mind. Garage,
One
garage,
E-box.
garage. One more CT. Running out.
Blind, yo.
Not out. Plat.
Interesting round. I also find it interesting that the most important thing I took away from that round was that he called this E-box, and I don't know why that is. What is this? Is this to play the sequences? A YouTube video. Huh. He called that E-box. That's not a comm I recognize that, but I would have just called it box or right side box, or out, I would have just said out garage really, behind the box. So E-box is an interesting comm, one that needs to be remembered. We're gonna write that down. We're gonna doot. We're gonna spell it exactly as it sounds. E-box. Interesting comm. As a 4-time immortal, I feel like I should know that comm, but I 100% did not know that was called E-box, or at least the higher level players call it that. Now his C execute, because we're doing a 5-man C push because we have gun advantage. Once more, it's the logic of like, every now and then you're gonna forget that you should be splitting at all times, but you also have such extreme, like, you just condition them so hard to expect the fake they don't know what to think. So it's kind of like throwing another curveball after the curveball, like it's a boomerang. It's curving back. That's my reasoning for it. I don't personally like the idea of the 5-man C push. I kind of like having a little more map control because we saw what happened last time. Although the last time we hit C, we split the site and we lost. I think it's because we play too hard to maintain the garage control, and I think that's what the IGL. Maybe not. He's probably not sitting there thinking, like twiddling his rook in his finger, hard contemplating while sipping on his caffeinated Coca-Cola. But he's probably at least subconsciously thinking, we lost the last time we went C. Because we fought too hard for garage control whenever we were in post plan. So how about we just 5-man C this round? We have gun advantage. We can take the site. This is a guarantee. We're going to take the site. Especially since something that's so simple as a jet, smoke, and dash out, which is so hard for people to do. I don't know why it's so hard for people in mid to low ranks to do this, but you never see it happen. Coordinated with a team anyways. But if your jet can do this while all the utility flies, like the paranoia, then you're going to take the site, right? So let's just get the bomb down, play our post on site instead of fighting for garage, because there's no incentive to fight for garage if our omen is smoking this off instantly. So that's the strategy. I think it's an adaptation by the IGL, whether intentional or not. I think it's that we failed splitting, so let's hard hit it instead, because we're guaranteed to take the site, so we can just focus on holding the site. That's where we failed last time. So focusing on utility, he firstly threw this smoke, which was shockingly deep. I don't know why that is. He didn't adjust it, and I watched a lot of Som VODs. He likes to place his smokes relatively accurately, except for first round. First round he messed up this smoke. It was like this, but I feel like this was an intentionally deep smoke. And then he got here, and he blinded towards log. He said blinding right side, which is another simplified comm. I feel like the problem with, okay, so lower ranks there are no comms. Middle ranks, a little bit more comms, they're messy. Mid to higher ranks, there are too many comms, overcomming, repeating words, saying too many words and complicating what's very simple. Like, and then high ranks, like the really good players, it's this kind of like low ranks. There's not that many comms. The only comms you're hearing are the strats, and then the what people are seeing. Whenever you're doing stuff, you need to simplify it. You need to say like 2 words. Like for instance, the A push, it was, hey, it was just smoking. He didn't say where. He didn't say when. He was just said smoking, and the rest of the team could continue with their conversations through their comms, and no one else had to focus but on what he was saying. Then I think that simplifies it. I think that's the difference between the comms of a mid to high rank and a high ranking player. It's that they don't overcom, because most people think, oh my god, a pro guide says I need to calm, and pro guides be right, but like they are right. You need to calm, but you don't need to overcom. You can't be flooding comms with, oh my god, I'm going to flash right side with and logs and front default and the garage push out. You can't say that. You can't say I'm going into cubby, I'm gonna flash right side. Like there's so many comms there. Just say flashing right. Just simplify it. You're doing everyone a favor. After this, he smokes here. What I enjoy about that is because he's the second entry. I'm pretty sure he came out second whenever Jet came out, so he managed to flash this and run out on the site second. I think that's crazy, but still, he's second entry. How did he die again?
I'm flashing back flat. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he's literally second out.
C-box.
One more CT running out.
Blind, yo.
Plat.
No one cleared plat. He was unaware. GG's go next. Good round though. So, and we've learned his C hit protocol. It's exactly with the C hit protocol I was running. So it looks like Omen's a very basic character, doing exactly what you'd expect him to do. At this point, we're more here for the strategies and refined comms, which I still feel like we're gaining a ton from. Sorry, I was drinking coffee. It's gonna be a long stream, I feel. Yeah. Anyways, I'm enjoying myself right now. So sky smoke here. So these are the executing smokes we've gotten so far, and I guess you could put one over here. I don't really see. I mean, it's not quite an execute, but we did take sight with it, so I guess you could do that.
Plat and spawn.
CT out.
Plat. It's him.
Flat.
Plat.
This is great.
Yeah.
I hate that it's a 30-second skip because I want to hear their comms.
G on one team. What do you mean? Artist is over there.
Alright, rush B. You know what I mean?
I still
Just
got
rush
it.
B.
Ooh,
course
ooh, I do know this match.
Every time you need a
I'm like,
spot, I'll leave.
I feel like a chess player. You know how like they can quote the matches from 100 years ago. Like, oh yeah, oh he's doing the opening from that match. You know, like I feel like that because I've seen this match. I don't remember from whose perspective. It might have been FNS's perspective, but I did watch this game, and I'm pretty sure we hit B 2 rounds in a row here. And I think it's because it's such a drastic pace change. Hold on, did I write down last round? No, round. I can't spell. Round 4, we hard hit C. Dude, why? And hard hit as in here we'll do 5-man. Why do we do this? The adaptation to the previous C I can't spell at all. C hit. Adaptation to the previous C hit. Last time we lost because I cannot spell it all. You know, we're just gonna go with the typos. Last time we lost because we that's how you spell fought too hard for garage. No, we'll word it like this: fought too hard to keep garage control. This time we know we can win sight, so we don't go garage, so no one has a reason to fight for it. We're doing mind games on our own team, but I think that's really cool because it's an interesting adaptation from the IGL. Who did I say it was earlier? It was a Dicey. I don't remember. It might have been Crashies, but yeah, I think that's very interesting. That because we failed last time on C by going garage, and we wanted to keep that space for some subconscious reason we can't explain. We lost the round. Instead, we hit sight 5-man long, so that we have no incentive to fight for garage because there's no one in garage. We never had that control. We have bomb down. We just play for sight. I think that's great. Round 5B hit. All right. Yeah. Okie dokie. Let's watch the round.
Yo, hurry. Quan, or not Quan, Sam. Smoke here. Go smoke up here, TP. I want to dash in with you. Boom. Please, bro.
Yeah, this is
We need
good.
bomb. Who's
This
gonna
is
get
good
bomb?
on a
I
half
don't know if it's gonna
knot.
be
Yeah, this is a good one.
I'll flash
guys a
short.
turret, okay?
I'll
This
fake
turret
your
right
flank,
here.
John.
Just
Hold
line
on
it up
flank,
like
bro.
this.
I bet. I got you.
What are you gonna do here, Crash?
Guys, watch.
Yeah.
They're gonna hit my alarm bot.
yeah.
They're not gonna expect me here. Saw you bait. Prime baiting.
Starting when you're ready.
Guy in breach
Flashing
started
left.
A.
I'm flashing
Darting,
left.
darting. Breach A link. Breach A link. No stun. No stun. Look at this. One
I
flank
love
left.
that.
Yeah, I got it.
link.
Two flank.
What do we do about that?
What?
Play out. Play out. Play out. Play out.
2 A link. 2 A link. Sky. Yo, he's in. One C link, Sam.
Oh.
He's outside A, John.
Yeah, I know.
John.
You're faking, bro.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam, I thought you.
Yeah, that whole thing makes a lot more sense from FNS perspective. Is what I remember watching, because FNS did calm that there was a guy pushing A, and Som never heard it. So unfortunate. But that is an amazing sight take. Could you imagine having that much coordination with somebody in ranked? That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Anyways, let's summarize what just happened here. This is getting cluttered, so let's go 3, clear everything. No, I just deleted all the sequences. It doesn't matter. We don't need to keep everything memorized anyways. We've got E box on the C split. We smoke here. We smoke here. On the C hit, we smoke here. We smoke here. On the A fake, we smoke heaven. We smoke here. On the A hit, we smoke here. We smoke here. We know exactly what we're doing. I have it all memorized already because it's already pretty basic stuff. It's just done better than what most people would do. So for the B hit, we'll explain the strat in a second. We're smoking here, and we're smoking here. And I think the important part is it was the Jets comm to smoke here and do the double top sight thing. And I think that's important because the Jet has to be the one willing to do it and understanding. Because I feel like it'd be, I don't know, how would you explain that to your Jet? Can you updraft top sight? I'll teleport up there with you. I'll smoke it. Like, just, I feel like that's not the optimal way of saying that. Instead, the Jet can say it, and it's a lot easier. So this is a strat the Jet should know. But I still really want to run this in my own ranked games, if that makes sense. So he drops this smoke as we're running up middle. He drops this smoke, and then he flashes this side. and then we get a teleport up with Jet, and we both come out of the smoke looking in different directions. That is a amazing way to take that site. How are you going to stop this? Let's say I'm Phoenix sitting right here. How am I going to stop this push? A guy just updrafted here. I don't even know the guy teleported up there with him. Okay, sure, maybe I killed this guy, but then little Timmy's gonna swing out of main and kill me too. And if he doesn't, there's another guy on top. Like, that is an unbelievably hard push to stop. Yeah, 10 out of 10, good stuff. And notice that whenever he came out of his smoke, he instantly was looking in this direction because he didn't smoke this, and everyone on this side is blind anyways. So the guys coming in from mid, they can clear this out, but he's looking in this direction. Because firstly, I don't think they played any breaches on this map because they weren't trying that hard. But if there is a breach here, by default, you should look in this direction. Because breach is going to be doing this stun, which means he's going to be an A-link. So you want to be looking in this direction. There's a decent chance someone's going to be an A-link. So I think that was amazing. Subconscious, just like practice. A lot of games played. So let's see why. Round 5 B hit. Why? Question mark. Why did we hit B? It's a wonderful question. Hold on. Let's think. We've gone A fast. We split C. We lost. We faked A, ended B. We hit C hard. We have a pattern. A, C, A, C. We want to. Is it the objective to change the pattern? Because we're still hitting just as hard as normal. And if they, for some reason, wanted to play for retake because we're hitting so hard, they would be on this site. So I'm not entirely sure why we did this. Sorry if I sound really low. I'm like leaning back in my chair right now. Can you enter Valorant, or is it just down for me? It might be. It is a Tuesday. It might be down. Let's find out. I don't think there was an update, was there? If there wasn't, then it shouldn't be down. It may be a client bug though, because there's a ton of those like all the time. Like, these guys cannot make their game function for like at all. Oh, my Valorant's working. It might be just like your client dying for some reason. Oh, anti-zone. So's for you. Interesting. Okay, so the B hit. I think there wasn't any updates. No, yeah, it might just be your client. Probably a bug of some kind. Have you tried restarting your computer? B hit Y. Change the pattern. We have been going A, C, A, C. We want a really fast change in pace. And let's see. This is pistol. This is force. This is bonus. This is buy. This is save. The enemy team is saving this round, right? What region are you in? I'm NA. So they're on a save round, most importantly, right? So that's going to come out of nowhere as well. Because there's a decent chance they're 5-stacking something, and if the other IGL is keeping track of this pattern, they'll be stacking A. It is an eco, right? Because they did invest the... No, it's not an eco. They had guns. But they were poor. I don't know how he has a gun. Well, they probably killed someone on site. So yeah, it was an eco round. Really fast change in pace. Eco round means probably... Makes sense. Thank you. Anyways, nice stream, by the way. Thank you. What region are you? Eco round means they probably stack A, and that means site is pretty much free because they will stack A. So yeah. Let us continue.
I thought you were faking that.
No, I had to get out. You know.
How would he
Oh,
fake
word.
it, bro?
Shut up, bro. Marv, please.
That's so like.
Marv,
Sam,
these
like,
I sound like a clueless dude.
I think they hit B again, right?
Shut the fuck up, bro.
If you have a drop,
Someone drop him.
Unless I'm thinking of the wrong match.
Yeah, word. Crashies, you there? Got you always.
yo, rush A, rush A. I vote, rush A.
Okay, no, I'm thinking of the wrong
flash
match.
over?
Yeah.
Take
Insta
this
flash,
one.
yeah.
I want to see a rush where they get shut down because I want to see how they adapt to that. Teleports across. Interesting.
I'm dogging through sewer. Long.
I'm flashing default, long. Oh,
Wait,
Iceman's
what?
like that?
Heal.
I got you. You give me a sec.
How's, how's my phone dying while it's plugged in?
CT. My shit's down.
Smoke's
Blank.
fading,
Wait, no,
smoke's
you're
fading,
fine.
smoke's fading.
Planning.
Smoke soon or no?
Heaven one.
No.
I can flash off you.
Never mind.
One spawn, I'm blind.
One CT, one heaven.
Heaven and
Yeah,
spawn.
One enemy remaining.
Gorgeous.
Okay, so they have yet to be shut down on their A hit solely because of team coordination and their jets insane. Let's see, clear everything. This round we have more utility to spend to get to A, which is interesting. On Astra, what you would do is you would like recall the smoke here, right? And that's kind of like the jet fake, but we don't even do a jet fake here. And I think it's because we know they can't buy an op or anything, and we're just going to hit as fast as possible, so we're not going to waste time on this anyways. So we do a shrouded step here, from here to here. And I think he held this... Okay, I get low power mode. Stop telling me my battery's low. We get a smoke here. I think it comes up as Jet's like right about here. That's whenever we drop our heaven smoke. Because we need to help Jet clear all of this. I mean, Jet doesn't need help. Jet kills the guy and dashes away, which is beautiful. But we need to come and help our Jet take long control. So I think we smoke this once he's about here. And did we throw our CT smoke when it was this early? I think we did, right? Yeah, we did. We also once we were up long, we threw the CT smoke. As he was about here, we were commenting that we were flashing, and it was a lot more aggressive like angle, but I think it was for the same objective as last time. And I'm starting to think that the reason you don't have it tilted upwards is because it may not hit the guy because you're already on a low elevation, and it may go too high to hit the guy back here. I don't know. I might be wrong about that. That may be too dramatic. But when it feels like subconsciously we have a priority in our head, we know that smokes are down here and here. We know that we just ulted to clear this, and this, and then our jet smokes right here. So it's like, yo, we gotta go out, and that's why we're all the way out here already. Because we gotta go out. We just burnt so much utility to clear so much of sight. We gotta get control of sight. That's kind of what was happening here. Why did we go A this round? Interesting. Round 6. A fast hit. Why? Question mark. Why did we hit A fast here? I think I have the idea as to how, as to why. And I think it's because... Yeah, okay, so we just hit B with them presumably 5 stacking A because they were on a save round and the pattern was going. It was AC, which means we were due for an A hit, and they're probably 5 stacking A on their save round. We go B to break the pattern and to not run into their save round stack, which means that now they're confused. They don't know where we're gonna go. They know we have access to the entire map and we can beat them on any site. So they're gonna spread out and do a normal setup instead of stacking again. Also because they're on a gun round. So we're just gonna continue our pattern. We're gonna go A again because we've already faked them out B. We've messed with their heads. Now we just go back A. And it worked pistol round. We know they can't stop our hard hit, so we just hit A. So let's see, A fast hits. How do we word this? We just broke the pattern on a round. We assumed they heavily stacked A. Now we go back and continue the pattern. I can't spell. The pattern to throw them off again. Plus A has been really easy to take so far. And there's been a lot of conditioning. And they will hesitate to rotate quickly to A because we have faked, that's nice, faked it before. Oh my god. There's a lot of mind games going on here. And I feel like this is something that is prepped pre-game. Like he already had these calls in his head before. It could be adaption, but I feel like that's a lot to think about for adaption. Unless I guess if you've done this a lot, it wouldn't be that hard. But geez, that's a lot of adaption. Like that's you're building layers upon layers of conditioning at this point. Like we've done so much to throw them off just so that we could get this easy A hit. We had this pattern going that we suddenly broke so that they wouldn't expect the pattern to just straight up continue again, but we've also faked this site, so we've conditioned them to not over rotate to it, which gives us more time to actually take the site. There is an absurd amount of conditioning on this, and it's like round 6. I think that's great. Let's see. Round, that's how you spell round. Round 7. What are we doing round 7?
Smoke soon or no?
Heaven one, heaven
No.
one.
I can flash off you.
Oh, this is the end of this round.
Yeah, I'm swinging a window here.
I have ult.
I can't. I actually can't. I'm swinging a window here, or mid. Someone watch
do it.
my.
Wait, flash. I can flash out window.
Hey,
Yeah, I'll
dart.
flash over
Hey,
it.
dart.
I'll flash over window.
Swing this,
Remember
Jimmy.
the
Swing
dark
this, swing this, swing this.
I'm swinging. Oh my god.
Flash A lobby. Molten.
Flashing left side, Jimmy.
Close right, close right, close right.
Flash left. He's blind left.
I bit him,
Backside,
bit him on the
backside,
left.
backside, backside. Dead.
Enemy remaining.
Where?
Unknown. He's A player.
He's A.
Yo. Oh wow.
You know how hard this would be to do in like a normal, like you're solo queuing in ranked? You know how hard something like this would do? We went from kind of like, okay, let's get mid control, because there was no comm as to what we were doing. The only comm at the start of the round was Jet saying, oh, I'm gonna peek this. Someone hold my, he never finished what he said, what he was gonna say, and then Sam did something crazy, jumping out with his knife out with his back to the people, which is actually really hard to hit. But you know how hard it is to transition that perfectly into the B hit we just did? You know how much coordination that requires, and how much like how much time you have to spend with the other people? Because Sam read the Marv's movement perfectly. He knew, oh, this guy wants to end B. You know how much how much time and effort that's gonna take? Some Jets would be like, oh, I gotta calm down, but no, you don't calm down. You're destroying these people. That's the whole point. So we essentially did a repeat of this, except we did actual smokes. He did something funky here that I kind of want to rewind on because I didn't see it all the way through. Maybe it was a normal smoke, but it didn't look like one. Okay, it was. It was just a weird angle. So we essentially did a B hit without the funky. Me and Jet go up here. I think this is something you do only once per game. So we're peeking mid. We don't see anyone mid. We just instinctively take B. I think that's the objective. We're changing the pattern. The pattern's gone to AB now, or BAB. And it appears his go-to flash is left side. And once more, as I was talking about earlier in the stream, this is a habit of his. I spotted it instantly and I knew it, because you don't just wake up one day and say, yeah, I'm gonna teleport up there knowing it's gonna work. No, he does this a lot. This is how he takes B site. So every time, immediately after the flash, he's teleporting up here because if there's anyone under him, they're blind. If there's anyone back here, they're blind, and they can't hear him teleport. And he has to support his jet, who's up here now. So every time he's taking B, he's gonna flash left side. He literally just says flashing left, teleports up here, helps kill the people on site with jet. And once more, I want to mention how unbelievably difficult this would be as a site defender to stop both of these people on site. That would be incredibly difficult. So let's see. Round 7, B hit. There was no thinking behind this. There was no IGLing or anything. This was a pure adaption round. Why? Question mark. One could assume to start a new pattern, but actually we were simply trying to get a pick from B when no one peeked. We decided to take the site. Horrible round if you're in a low rank. I think this round goes awful because there's no plan, and there's gonna be like guys like, oh well, because you know silvers are brain dead and they default in this direction, so there's gonna be like 2 guys over here. Jeffrey's just up C long, you know, and then these 2 guys die on B alone. But in this case, because they're radiants, they can kind of read the room, if that makes sense. And they're all kind of positioned towards B. They're all in middle, ready, not necessarily ready to take B, but they're here to play for like mid control because that's kind of the idea. So I think that in like a lower level lobby, you would say, let's take mid control this round, or hey Jack, you fight window, let's take mid control. If we don't see anyone, let's take B. Let's end B. Let's take mid control, end B. That's kind of the objective of this round because you can't just go into it with no comms like they did because they are better than us in every way. So round 7, good round. Round 8. So far, the utility is about exactly what you'd expect it to be. I get why people play Omen, and it's for the most part for this B push is what I'm seeing so far. This is an amazing push. A is simple. A can be done with Astra. C is also pretty simple, although I like the flash for this side of sight. It's still pretty simple. Hi, Bust. How you doing? Okay. What round are we on right now? We are on round 8. Hold on, this is the round we just watched. 10 out of 10.
Unknown, he's A player.
Turning that.
Yo, I'm gonna swing C and
Charlotte dogs ain't
Can you do
better
a slow round? Haha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ashes, you got me?
yo, I'm gonna swing C and take him out.
Like that. I like that.
I'll just say, bro.
Turning.
This guy gets 600 FPS in a ranked game. Wouldn't that be nice?
You're IGLing. I mean, there are better IGLs on this team than me.
No cap.
Why the fuck would I
Like
call?
me, right, John? Like me.
Like Sam.
KJ's on C.
Flashing default, flashing default.
Flashing backside.
He's default, I think. Back default.
He gave, he gave.
Yeah, breach shot.
Hold
Breach shot.
garage, hold garage.
Alarm bot down.
Buying it, buying it.
Timing.
Off. Fridge kills.
On the right side of garage. He TP'd.
Yo, get one and get off, Jim. Feel?
Yeah.
They come breach ult.
Ult
I'm
tank, ult
dogging.
tank.
I can hear you, Austin.
Fucking spawn.
I bit the both CT. They're
They know
both
we're off.
hit.
They know we're. Yeah, okay.
They can't push it. They're
Out,
hit.
out.
I have a flash.
You're just holding it. In CNC.
Hold on, I want to watch this whole round through.
Oh my god.
Last player standing.
Yo.
Yeah. No way.
Finding me, bro.
Okay, so this is obviously like not a pro level game, right? This is Radiant. This is a comp game. We don't care half as much as we would have if we were playing for money, right? But if I was, let's say, an analyst or a coach for this team, if this was a team, and I saw this happen again, I would be thumbing my eyeballs out because we just established earlier that C split no work, right? So we hard hit C because that worked. I don't think we can take C site unless it's an eco round on this team. And this may go in general, but for some reason this team has this thing where we have to play for garage control. In this round we were forced because of the KJ ult, which makes sense, but then we just give it up, right? We logically we just give up garage after the KJ ult goes off. The reason we lost this round is the same reason we lost this C split, because we fought so hard for garage control and not for site control. And there was no reason for us to not fight for site control. It's not like they have a counter KJ ult or anything. We can fight for site. So once more we lose C because of garage. C split. Why? Question mark. And the smokes were, hold on, the utility, very basic, very basic. We got this smoke because we're going C long. Obviously, it wasn't calm that we were taking C. To be fair, the calm was guys saying, "I'm gonna kill this guy on C." Total confidence. That has nothing to do with us taking C. It's just that I feel like Radiance play towards where everyone else is, because everyone's like, "Ooh, I gotta trade my teammates and stuff." So we're gonna clump up. There's gonna be like 2 guys here, and then like, "Oh, we can't just take C. We gotta split because we want map control." So then there's 2 guys here. So whenever our Radiant says, "I'm gonna peek C long," typically it ends in them hitting C. At least that's what it looks like if there is no other comp. So we do this. Interestingly, my silver brain, I'm always flashing into garage, but he does not do that. And I think it's because we recognize that there's just going to be a piece of utility in here. No one's played in here yet, so he doesn't flash here. Instead, he flashes like this. He says flashing default as Jet's coming out, and I think that's a more refined flash than what we saw earlier in the stream. That my assumption was kind of like straight. He's more doing this. It's flashing default and back default so that Jet can come out and focus on this side instead of on this side because they're all blind back there, and then he can take his time to turn around and fight these people. And obviously the smoke CT, and then the KJ ult comes in here. The KJ ult's what got us sight, but I think we get sight without it. I think the KJ ult's what lost us the round, personally. Because we had to fight so hard for garage control that we tunnel visioned, and even after the KJ ult was gone, we're still in garage, and for some reason this team cannot win a round if we have garage control while we've planted C. So that's why we lost that round. C split Y. One could say KJ ult, but there was no thought process behind this C hit. Little fudge. Easy garage control. And kill Joy ult. There was no IGLing or anything. This was just Sky saying, "Hey, I'm gonna peek C long," and the rest of us just followed. As I said earlier, we're not here to critique the players in this match. We're here to learn from them. So obviously everyone makes mistakes. This game hasn't been around for 25 years. There's no grandmaster level chess player in here that's like perfect at all times. So we're just here to learn from people who are better than us from the things that they do correctly. And if you can spot mistakes in people that are better than you, then you're learning a lot more. Because everyone makes mistakes, and the goal is to learn from your own mistakes. But if you can learn from the mistakes of someone who's better than you, that's also huge. So round 8 was a loss. What does that put us at? Yeah, 6-2.
Bro, I said I was blinding, bro.
C
I ain't
rush,
gonna lie, I
C
shot the
rush, C.
Euroclone though, my fault.
Rush C, rush C, rush C, rush C.
Actually,
Okay. I bet no one goes garage this round,
Shit.
and I bet they win the round.
Breach, bro.
I
know,
know,
very
dude. I'm
boring,
getting
boring guy.
breached, stunned, and ulted.
He's trying to show us that he's like sick with breach, versatile. Nobody cares, bro. Trust me.
Yo, I'm gonna flash to the left.
Yeah, that's just default smoke. It's always that deep.
Flashing right. Flashing right now.
Flashing backside, flashing backside.
I couldn't get off.
I get it, because it kind of funnels them into your crosshair. Okay, I like that smoke.
Play out.
Garage.
One box rush.
They flash garage.
One ceiling.
One flank, one flank.
One
Trust me.
enemy remaining.
Oh,
Ceiling, ceiling. Flash.
damn.
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 They just proved what I've been saying again. They go C this time, a hard hit C. No one goes garage. We don't fight for garage control. We don't even remotely care about garage because there's no incentive once more because we all came from long and we just want to fight to keep sight after we plant, and we win the round. Is it bad to have garage control? I think it is, because you need 2 players in garage if you're gonna play for garage control, and that's sacrificing so many players on site or long. And it's also isolating them. If you only have the 1 player in garage, he's gonna die because they're gonna obviously retake garage before they retake site. So that's a free 1vx in garage. You're losing site players. you don't have the strength for the post plant anymore. You're holding this extremity that doesn't do anything for you. They're gonna retake from there even if you hold it, because they're just gonna kill you. So I think holding garage is just bad. Don't do that. And once more we saw the let's clear everything off. Once more we saw doot and a doot. Flashing right side. This time he said when he was flashing right side. But he still said flashing right side. And that was all the comm he gave. And I still absolutely love that. Because it's so simple and straightforward. And thank you, Psalm. But yeah, that's it. And I think I understand why we hit C as well. See, round 9. We're almost done at the half. We're actually speeding through it this time, guys. Oh, how long have we been live for? Does it say? We've been live for an hour. Yes. Okay. Round 9. Round 9, C, long, hard. Remember, hard is my way of saying 5 people. Why? Question mark? Firstly, once more we learn if we have garage control. Got a full hour. Yeah, it's only been 1 VOD, but we're gonna finish this VOD today. It'll probably be a 2-hour long stream. How you doing, Milo? Once more we learn if we have garage control on the C post plants, we will lose the round. So instead we 5-man C and we win the round because we have more people for post plant on site. And we hit C this round because we have yet to hit a site twice in a row, and we just failed horribly on C. So the enemy team is thinking we will probably hit a site we have previously won on, A or B. So this catches them off guard. Longest note yet. There you go, round 9. Don't save. I don't want you to save. Get off my screen. Control S. Bad habit. My bad. Whew. Round 9. I really only like watching like 2 or 3 rounds of defense anyways. So this looks like a very decisive half. But like defense, there isn't a whole lot to learn from defense. Defense is, okay, where is he standing? Like on Ascent, every Astra main ever sits there. What do you mean round 1 gun advantage? Ooh, let me explain it again. Okay, so there is no gun advantage on pistol round, right? It's impossible. Everyone has the same gun. Little Timmy has a ghost, right? So how do you obtain gun advantage? Because there's like 4 pillars. I have them written down somewhere. Gun advantage is one of them. Map control, forcing them to do things like planting the bomb. That's forcing them. It's like chess. There's 5 pillars here. There's 7 pillars in chess. Yeah, but one of them is gun advantage, right? But you can't get gun advantage on pistol round. Because everyone has the same thing. Let's say everyone in the lobby has a ghost right now. Everyone is equal. There's no gun advantage. How do you take this site from people with gun advantage whenever there's 2 people with ghosts there? It's simple. If there are 4 ghosts going against the 2 ghosts, you have gun advantage. You have twice as much firepower. That's what I meant by gun advantage. That's why you hit so hard on first round, because sure we have equal guns, but if I have more guns, it's gun advantage then, right? I think that's the theory behind why you should always hard hit on pistol round rather than default. Because defaulting's a throw. That's my theory behind their pistol round. That's why you always see higher level players just hard hitting something on pistol round. That and that their Jet's insane. I think it's Marved, and he doesn't miss shots. What round are we on now? It's round 9. We go round 10. Almost done at the half.
Alarm bot?
Also, we're watching pre-rounds because I want to hear their comms.
I'm done. Poor guy, he outplayed me and died.
Sam are like nice together. What?
Yo, call anyone.
Oh,
Take
we're
over,
fine.
Jimmy.
7 to 2.
Quan,
just
Quan, we need
You're
Quan.
secondary
for a
caller,
bit.
weren't you?
We need
Alright.
Quan.
I don't know what to do.
Let's take A. They're gonna retake A.
Let's
It's easy.
take A.
Take it.
Holy shit. We're
Ooh.
gonna retake it. So
Go,
we hold
go,
longer.
go.
Drop me, Quan, drop me. Or
Mulling
you drop me?
Just walk.
Mulling
Well,
soon.
even on Icebox, in the example I gave, it's 2 guys here, right? But here, I have a second Valorant plan open. Let's actually do it on Icebox. Let's say they have 2 people playing A. Well, typically the standard is 3 people playing A pistol round. 1 guy boiler, and then this poor sap on B. I know the agents aren't right, but still, there's 3 people on A. If you send 4A, and then you have little Jimmy lurking, you still have the gun advantage. Nats is still playing into that because you still have the overpowering numbers on A with 4 people and you can still lurk. So technically, they still have the gun advantage on pistol round whenever Nats is playing. I've watched a lot of his VODs. It's very educated. What I love about Nats is, and I always think about it and I always forget to do it, is his second round or third round on attack is always the same. Where it's always him calling, "Hey, let's go A," and then he sits back here. I've always found it great because they have less to lose. They're on a save. They're gonna push out. You just sneak up behind him, knife him. That's what I love about Nats' Icebox. If you're gonna watch anyone for Icebox, it's gonna be Nats. Also, this round is already great because we early commed. They're gonna retake A because they are gonna retake A because KJ ult.
Fighting long, let's fight.
So something I wish I could notice in my games.
Deep flash, fake flash, pop.
Be on the right.
I'll clear it, I'll clear it.
Not mid, I think.
Yeah, yes, he was.
I don't see him. You're good, you're good. He's on the right. Yours on the right.
No way he goes through, right?
I want to shoot this.
We cut noise, we
One
cut
HP.
noise, we
Yeah,
cut
yeah,
noise.
there's
They have
3 there.
Killjoy ult,
For
listen
sure,
to
one
me.
guy might be cutting us out.
You think we're getting cut off, Jonathan?
Yeah.
They're
I know
playing
I'm low,
retake.
so
I want
I
to come
can't
back
beat
to you and
this.
clear, bro.
I have a flash and A.
Leave 1A though. Leave 1A. Leave Sky. Could be close left behind this wall.
A one-way garage.
Yeah, as I said at the start of the stream, the 2 people I watched, the one I watched to learn controllers were Som for Astra and Omen, and Nats for Viper. There's literally no one better than Nats on Viper. I think the number 2, if you want to watch VODs, is probably Sick, but Nats is 10 out of 10. You cannot beat him on Viper.
I'm down. Big
Is
B,
I
go
flash long. Hit me.
I can fake it.
down.
Perfect, perfect. Just
You
hit
gotta-
B normal. Hit B normal.
Smoking A-Link,
Sky flash already hit him.
smoking C-Link. Flashing right, flashing left, sorry. Backside.
He's there. Cancel maybe? We can cancel. Fuck it.
They're retaking
Yeah,
fast,
yeah,
retaking
yeah.
fast. We can't go A. Let's go C, go C.
Cancel,
Two
cancel,
in there, two in there.
Oh my god, the amount of things that have happened this round.
No smoke, no smoke. Fight spawn.
Flanking CT.
Smoking 4.
Hold on.
Hunting.
Such a good lurk,
2v3,
John.
2v3. Yours
CT, one more.
CT is done, like,
Smoking spawn.
reach on no.
Coming garage with you.
Have spawn.
One enemy remaining.
Dang, he's flanking? What are you saying?
Yeah.
Must be. Turn.
Oh,
What a round, good god, man. Okay, so we open with... Clear everything. We opened with an A hit. Because the logic behind the A hit is they have KJ ult, so they're going to play for retake on A. The enemy team does not play for retake on A. So whenever we're facing heavy resistance, this is the first time they successfully stopped our A hit by just straight up slowing us down by util. We cut noise. We leave one in short, which is kind of like what I've always tried to tell people whenever they're doing like a default and you get control of something and you have to back out. You always leave someone behind, because map control. It's all that matters in this game, right? So they left one behind, and the comm was fake B. I would have loved for them to have like tried to straight up fake B, but instead we're like, okay, let's just take B, and then that ends up in us faking B. But we've already burnt all of our utility. But what we've done is we've funneled them, right? We've got the people rotated to A. There's at least 3 people here A now, right? And then we make so much noise B. We've got these guys coming back, but they're like, oh my god, they're faking A, ending B again, because we did that earlier. So the C players are also leaving, which means C is free. But oh my god, the amount of stuff that happened that round was absurd. Oh, well, let's see. And I don't need to write down utility because I think we've summarized all of his attack utility already. You could even see it. You know how I told you it was a habit earlier? Hold on. I tried to look at it as if it was a YouTube stream. You know how I said it was a habit earlier for him to for him to teleport up there, that people aren't just born to do that. You have to do it a lot. See, he even tried to do it then.
We can cancel.
But his brain registered that they wouldn't be able to take this site, so he stopped himself. Because the controller is the most important piece of the puzzle, so he doesn't want to die trying to take that site. So, round 10, A hit into B fake ending C. We touched every site that round. Why? Question mark. Why have we done this? A hit into B fake ending C. Why? Why? Hold on for a second. Okay, so A hit into, okay, so we start toward A because we expect them to play for retake because of the killjoy ult. When we are stopped by the enemy team's util, we cut noise and leave one behind. Cut noise was the comm, but we actually just rotated. Cut noise implies rehitting the site. We did not rehit the site. We then attempt to take B sites, but because there are already so many players in both links, we cannot. The retake is too strong. But now that we have drawn their attention from C to B as well, we can take C. There's so much going on in this round, and I feel like I explained it so horribly. But I think that's how this team adapts, by the way. Because I was saying earlier how I really wanted to see how it would look if their push got shut down, and they did exactly what you should do, right? Let's say two of us are pushing up A, or let's say we're hitting A. There's two here, a guy back here, kind of thing, and they stop us. There's a smoke here. There's a, for some reason, a brimstone molly in the smoke too, and we know there's like 3 people on this site. We can't hit the site anymore, right? What do? What you do is you leave someone behind and you rotate. That's what you do. It's that simple. You don't get trapped. Most like teams in my elo, we're gonna be like, oh, it's over. GG, we lost the round. We're all just gonna sit in A long, waiting for them to peek us when even they can't peek us because there's a molly in their own smoke. We're waiting for an opening that we can't get. So there's that's how you do it. You just leave. You've drawn attention. We know there's at least 2 people here, maybe even 3, because there's a good chance they rotated. We hit A often, so we rotate. We know the other sites are weaker. This was unintentionally a really good play. We go make sound B. We're gonna fake B. That was the comm initially. We're faking B. Let's say we went in this reality. We went with the fake B idea. We dropped 1 smoke. Let's say we flashed right side, and then we go immediately into garage, and we still have a smoke for CT. Boom, we have C site for free. That is like the perfect round, right? It's unbelievably intricate, but that's the perfect round. And it was all from the adaption because the plan was, hey guys, let's take A. It's gonna be free. They have Killjoy ult, so they're gonna be playing off site for retake anyways. And that was the objective of the round. It failed because they fought us, and the adaption was to fake B and C. So your adaptions to when you get canceled can even be site fakes. They can go that in depth. There's nothing stopping you from you shouldn't just go, Oh my god, we can't hit A. They stopped our push. Quickly, run C fast. There's no one on there. There's like 2 defenders. No. No. Our logic goes deeper than that. Our logic goes as far as let's instead make more noise B to draw what remains on C off C so that we can take C totally for free instead of taking any fights. It's a lot. It's a lot of information. That's a lot going on in that round. It's like whenever I don't remember who I was VOD reviewing a couple weeks ago, but it was I think it might have been Nats on Astra on Ascent, and it was basic rounds every round because he lurks a lot, so it's just him lurking into his smokes every round. And then one round we're doing an A split, right? And he comes late tree, and the amount of adaptation we're sitting tree, we fall off, we go back through middle, we go back through tree, we get a pick up in heaven, we push past tree into CT, we sit there a while, we go back heaven. Like the amount of decision making is absurd. Spend a lot of time playing the game to make decisions like that. Anyway, round 11. Let's see what happens.
Are we taking
Yeah,
fast?
yeah,
we taking
yeah.
fast? We can't go A. Let's go C. Go C.
Cancel,
Two,
cancel,
two
cancel.
in there, two in there.
Rotating.
No smoke. No smoke. Fight spawn. Fight spawn.
Flanking city.
Smoking for.
This is the end of the previous round. We'll just watch it through.
Such a good lurk,
2v3,
John.
2v3. Yours,
See one more.
CT, it sounded like.
Smoking spawn.
Reach on
Coming garage with you.
Here's the idea behind VOD reviewing pro players. It like VOD reviewing live streams of pro players. It's okay, I can play 20 games to learn to throw the perfect smoke and where to throw it, right? Or I can watch a guy who's played 100 games already and take the habits he built from those 100 games and learn to do them instantly so that I can put them in my games. That's the idea behind doing this. Instead of burning 1,000 hours in the game, I can watch someone who's already burnt 1,000 hours in the game and learn faster than he did because he did the learning for me. I learn from the result instead of having to grind for hundreds of hours to learn that.
Spawn.
One enemy remaining.
To learn that myself.
Saying he's flanking? What are you saying?
Yeah.
Must be. Turn.
Oh,
Yep. Never,
Sitting
never.
your star player down like that?
Just let them try to catch me.
Look at that lurk, John.
You like that, right? Like walk into B, no one's to my right and shit.
Thanks. Placing alarm bot.
These guys still haven't caught up, huh? Fuck.
Yeah. These tournaments are always gonna be too fun.
I can dog up.
I just hit this. Down. I have flash ready. You guys ready?
It's close. Swung.
He's still close right.
On the right, it's on the right. Sky was towards long.
He's still
Nice.
close right.
You was long.
I TP and I'm flashing default.
Flash?
He's still close left, I'm pretty sure.
so close.
Yes.
Close. One spawn as well. Running out.
Close
Backside,
left,
backside,
close left,
backside.
close left.
Swing, swing.
Last player
left.
standing.
Both.
I never saw you lose this.
Crashy's the closer.
Cannon, thank you for 2 months. Welcome back. Vorka, thank you for 3 months. Welcome back.
Who's next?
Yeah, who's next?
One enemy remaining.
Yeah.
Bro, he fucking sticks it?
Fix it.
Okay, so I think the idea behind this round again is because they did the silver brain dead. Ooh, we have no comms, so let's just go towards A. But I think it's because subconsciously everyone was thinking the exact same as they were the previous round. They're gonna play for retake A because they have Killjoy ult, which for some reason they're not doing. They're fighting so hard to keep A, and it's throwing them off and winning them rounds. It was also a disjointed A push because there was no comm to actually take A, so there was no duelist going A long. Instead, we had Sky A long, who was alone and decided to dog while he was alone. So that's why the round was lost. It was just a bad disjointed round with no comm. Unfortunate. Let's see. Round 11. A hit. Why? Question mark. Why? Because once more, we assume they will play for retake A, which they do not, and due to the lack of an actual comm to hit A, we lose the round. That's why, like, calming what you're doing is so important, or at least having an IGL is unbelievably important, even in ranked. I mean, this is a 10-man, but we're going to call it ranked because it practically is ranked. Round 12. We're in the last round of the half, guys. The scoreline's looking great for them. There's only 7 minutes left of the VOD. So next half goes by quite quickly.
Yo,
We can go for one of the orbs.
no.
Nah.
They're obviously gonna play for that. So shit, right?
Wait, I can kill this jump spotter.
With a phantom.
Wait, someone
Wait,
off
no
me
one get
real
hit by
quick.
this slash, alright? No.
I got us. I got us.
Turret out.
Oh, yo, Yuru's on C.
What is this TP? This guy's a TP
Come
down
A,
mid.
come
I'm
A,
gonna wait for
come
him.
A. Just come A, come A.
Yeah.
Just rotate it over. Killjoy here, Killjoy here. Probably heaven.
This is dog mid.
That dog. That was great.
Yeah.
I have ult for Killjoy ult. They'll probably retake A.
Heaven! Heaven!
Going smoke.
Heaven, heaven,
Put
heaven.
your trail.
My
Oh,
guy
they're
is
playing for
so
retake
one-shot.
finally.
The retake, fully.
Oh, no.
I have flank. I have
Killjoy
flank.
out,
It's fine,
Killjoy
we
out.
can
Stunning.
solo.
They might retake with my ult.
Oh, what the fuck? Game bug.
Oh no.
Interesting thing about the Sova is he backed up in the short before he ulted because he was out in graffiti.
Flank.
He backed
Good
up
flank,
first. It's the little
Dead.
things.
Ulting?
Flash out heaven. Yeah, go. Ult.
Running
One
in.
spawn.
Running in now.
Coming out spawn.
Running in, coming in. Spawn,
Sky
spawn, spawn.
heaven?
In. 2 more. 1 heaven, 3 spawn.
Heaven. Sky heaven?
One enemy
Fucking
remaining.
spawn.
Nice, last one spawn.
Hit for 80, hit for 80.
Damn.
Damn, Jimmy.
So that's kind of interesting. I think what we watched happen this round. Sorry, I was stretching. I think what we watched happen this round was we were kind of like defaulting to draw their attention elsewhere because we've hit A twice and failed, right? Or I guess not failed. Like we've hit A twice or tried to hit A twice, and it hasn't worked entirely well. So I think what the goal is here is to draw attention elsewhere, make them think we're doing a default or maybe a B push because every time we take mid control, we end B. So I think what we're trying to do is sort of like a fake B and A. What we established, or at least we let them know we have 2 players. I think it was you and you here. Whenever Sky Dog mid, so they know there's 2 players middle. We've made a ton of noise in this direction. I think there was something C long even. So we've made noise everywhere. That means they're not going to hold A as hard as they have been, and unluckily the one round that they're like the one round we're not just hard hitting A. They're not playing for, well, they are playing for retake. Finally, we tried 3 rounds in a row to get them to play for retake A with their KJ ult, and they're doing it on the last round of the half. So unluckily we could have just hit A, but we get an A. We end A after making noise elsewhere. So I think the idea is if you can't take the site you want to take and you've tried multiple times, the fake and then hit the site anyways. Because we want A desperately because they're going to play for retake eventually. At some point they have to play for retake. And especially now more than ever because we've got this thing. Oh my god, Silva ult is long. But we've got this thing now. So this site is ideal. That's a good round. And that's a good half. Hold on. Default / B fake into an A hit. Dot. Why? Question mark. Why? Why is my phone is there something wrong with my charger? Is it the battery on my phone? My phone is plugged in. It's in the power saving mode, and it's lost 10% battery watching the stream. Why? Why? Because we still want to end A, but we keep getting that's kept. Ah, but we keep getting cut down going A, so we are drawing attention elsewhere before ending A. We want A so badly because we know they will at some point just give up the site for retake alt, which was a huge error on their part. They should have fought for it again, like they were doing the last 2 rounds, because, and I think the reason they fought for it so hard was because we had the Silva ult, right? So we have the counter, and they know we have the counter, and the one round that they finally use it, we just use the counter, and we win the round. That's a great half. My brain is kind of fuzzy right now. It's been a little, it's been a kind of lengthy live stream. How long have we been here for? An hour and a half. Yeah. So this should be a brief defense side. I haven't used the drawing tool at all because it's not like a pro game.
Holy shit.
Iceman?
Uh,
Yo, I have a
What
shirt.
we're looking for on defense is
It's 5.
where does he play by default? Like what does our protagonist the Omen play? Because that tells you what sites are better to hold. I think it's towards C. Most controllers play towards C on this map. And what his retake smokes are and his
Defend
utility.
down middle.
Also his pistol round defense buy, because economy is important. A classic light armor, a smoke, and flash.
No, Sky should go
Yeah.
garage. Sky should go garage. Flash off us. Flash off
Alright, I'll
us.
go garage. We're like out aiming them and shit. Like they don't.
Listen,
hold
I'll
the
give you a
camera,
turret for
you
C,
know what I
okay?
mean?
My turret has C.
We'll get one at A.
Yo, you want me insta flash or off your contacts?
Contact.
Alright. Wait, where's our jet?
Trust me, you don't want that.
Breach is gonna flash
K1
us.
Chinga thing
I
for
doubt it.
16.
Think the scouts
If
are watching,
he
bro?
flashes window, I'll insta flash garage.
Out.
Hey,
rush.
let's just
Couple,
5-man
yeah,
flank.
couple,
Let's just
couple.
5-man flank.
Nah, chill, bro. I'm a molly.
Not up yet. Might be waiting. Careful.
Okay.
We're walking. Wait, they're coming.
In.
Fight long. I'm flashing sewers.
Going out.
I'm long. Corner.
Corner.
Down A.
I'm
Blind.
flashing.
Watch your sewers, Austin.
Kill
Close
their
one.
own
Sure.
Come on,
Average one. Average one.
One more long.
Wow. Hard enough.
Okay, so the other day, I was sitting there trying to figure out what the like perfect, because I was trying to break it down like you would in chess. I'm trying to figure out what the most like the ideal perfect situation is on this map, like sight holds and pushes and stuff, and pistol round. Pistol round always is, because we want gun advantage. On average, I'll put 2 players on A, so we want 3 people towards A. A is an easier site to take, and it's priority to take A on pistol round if you're on the attack. But here, I'll get to that in a second. Hold on, I don't want to fully explain it. I don't want to explain all the counters yet. So A, you have 2 people on A, right, as defenders, because you want to keep A site, and there's a decent chance they go A, and you need 2 people to keep the site. There's also this guy, because typically a breach will stun this to slow down the push, and typically they go A, right? We know they're going to go A, so we'll send people to flank. In my opinion, best to send 3 flank, which is what they did in the VOD. But the attack, if you want the perfect attack, you send 3 towards A. You keep 1 guy here or in window, and then 1 guy down here, so that they can fight the flank. Most people don't think about that, but the way, if it is a perfect Valorant match, everyone's playing perfectly. Like these are robots, an AI, like a chess bot kind of thing, playing the game perfectly. Here's what it's gonna look like. It's gonna look like 2 people A, right? It's going to look like breach stunning here, and then running with his team to, yes, there's 2 jets in this team. They're going to triple flank. Why? Because if you get mid control and pistol round, even if they decide to change up the formula and go C, you have all of this. You are guaranteed a flank. And on pistol round, that is unbelievably hard to stop. And the perfect attack side IGL, he's having 3 people go here. We're obviously waiting for the utility because we're perfect players. And then we're going to take our gun advantage onto A. And we're going to have a guy either here or here, probably Killjoy with her turret, holding middle, and then a guy who maybe jump peek C long backs up and plays here, so that we can fight the people coming from middle. That is the perfect round on pistol round Haven from attackers and defenders. To play it perfectly, you need 2A, 3 mid for defense, and 3 long, 2 holding flanks on attack. That is how you play this map. That is the only way in terms of like a slow sight take kind of thing. Your players have to hit their shots, obviously, and that's kind of these guys played it perfectly. We had 2 people on A, 3 pushing mid. That perfect round from them, except we don't have a breach, unfortunately. These guys were 5-manning A, like the other guys did last half. And why? Because gun advantage, as it was explained before, and they want extreme gun advantage. They want to take this site fast. But what that does is there's no one left to fight the flank. Because if your 2 guys holding flank can manage to kill these 3 players, or like 1 or 2 of these guys back up to help them kill them, then you've won the round. We know there's like 1 guy on A. We have free run of the map because the other team over-aggressed. But they didn't do that. Instead, they had 5 people A, which just allows us to sandwich them hard, because these guys are focusing sight. There's going to be maybe 2 here. We have equal numbers taking this fight, or maybe there's 3 here, or maybe someone died to a sight defender already, or maybe they're out on site already. Either way, we have gun advantage coming on from behind them, so we've won the round. Put a lot of time into thinking about pistol round on this map, but that is how you play it perfectly. So let's see. Round 1 defense. 2A, 3 mid flank. Ideally with a breach stun, but there's no breach stun in existence here, unfortunately. This and we put down why question mark. Why? So they will most likely hit A, so we need defenders there. And if they do or don't, a triple flank is near impossible for attack to stop on pistol round unless they have set up for it. And that's round 1. We'll put 13. There you go. Sorry, we took a little bit of time on that round. It's just something that is really important to understand about Haven.
Wow. Good job, guys. Yeah, dude. Bad riddance, team months. Welcome back.
They're gonna buy.
Once more, we go with the stinger buy, and it's so that we can force stingers if we lose this round again.
Swing, right? I bought a Guardian. Crashy, can you just jiggle A long the whole round?
Yeah, Marv, I will. Can you hold pixel angle long, Marv?
You do that, bro.
Okay, bro.
Oh, run around and shit.
My god. Haven's always been a good map for us, right?
Nothing A, nothing A.
Long C. I'm fly. Never mind.
Coming out C, coming out C, coming out C, coming out.
One enemy remaining.
More behind you.
Oh, wow.
Down. C.
In the smoke!
They got clean.
Unfortunate round for them. Is there anything that needs to be said here? No, I don't think there's anything worth noting, other than that, like, that smoke was great. The C smoke was intentionally fatter, like this. Sure, they can pop out of more angles and stuff, though, but this allows me to sit on this side, and I can creep into their smoke to catch them off guard. They'll never see it coming. It's also another important note. Here, let's see if they did it the way I'm thinking they did it. Well, we can't see on the minimap.
My god. Haven's always been a good map for us, right?
Yeah, you can't see the minimap.
Nothing A.
But in theory, if you're not playing for retake C, you need 2 players on site at least in order to hold C. Otherwise, it's impossible. There has to be some kind of crossfire or setup here, or you cannot hold C site on Haven. It is impossible with a single player. So you're either playing retake, like maybe a KJ setup, and he's kind of in this direction or in garage, or you're playing with 2 players on the site, because it is impossible to solo hold C. So let's see. round 2, 14. Defense. I don't know the exact setup because it's hard to see the minimap, but the double C setup held site perfectly from Omen's long smoke. I give the entire round to Psalm smoke. I think that the fact that it was just out a little bit, it allowed him to sit in this corner. He can't be seen because it's kind of like this. The flash but 2 flashes come out, neither of them hit him. He's able to swing into a smoke and kill 2 because they're not expecting anything. They think everyone's on side is blind. They do not expect anyone this close. I think that smoke single-handedly won the round. It killed 2 of the people before they could even step foot on site. So huge round. Round 3, 15. Yeah, it looks like it was just carnage at the end of this game. Look at how he didn't even have to look away from things.
More behind you.
Oh wow. Wow.
In the smoke.
You got clean, bro. Holy
Not like
shit.
that. Can't lose the round like that.
Wait, why did he stun this? Does he know how to play breach or no?
Not there yet.
You gotta stun the right.
Bro,
no?
he
I'm
stunned
playing, I'm
me.
playing.
What are you stunned? Flat?
Yeah, he's
I don't know.
flat.
Wait, never mind. He didn't stun me.
Yeah, he did. He did. He stunned like this.
Someone
I think it just stopped
else
here.
should be
Stunned
cooked.
I think it just
No.
stopped
I think
here.
it
It stopped.
Except I just said it.
Cozy
so it's
deafening
like
for the
money.
prime.
Or flash lobby.
Wait, John, take this, bro. Wanna buy Van? Alright, you do that.
He gets the kill. That's great.
Could be in B. Could be in B.
No, no,
Indy,
no,
Indy.
no lobby. No lobby.
We burnt both smokes.
Planet.
Yeah, Net's
Blue window, right?
Yeah.
He's
Spawn,
spawned, bro.
They took A-Link.
I
They
can
took
dog
A-Link.
in. I can dog
Yeah,
in.
we need that dog.
Give
We
me
need
Dog
it.
in,
We
dog
need
in.
it.
Dog in.
Not in there.
Oh, one A-link, one A-link.
What's left?
Close left,
A-Link, 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 A-Link.
left dead, left. A-link,
A-Link's
65.
A-Link, last guy, last guy.
A-link,
Smoking,
65.
smoking. Ah, rush his ass. Rush his ass. Rush his ass.
I'm up drop. Ready? Up drop.
Nice.
Good round. What's up, Ratman? Oh, hi, Frag. How you doing? You've missed a lot of this stream. We're actually coming up on the last round here. How are you doing? This has been an hour and 37 minutes. Quite exhaustive, but I think we have a really good idea of the IGLing behind this map and how to play Omen on this map. And now let's think about what happened this round. Okay, so we doubled up Garage. Why? They don't have gun advantage. Odds are they, they don't force again, right? This would be a save. They had guns, didn't they? Well, unless they saved last round. I didn't pay attention to the eco. They might have saved last round. That's why last round was such a sweep, and they have actual guns, and they play the eco like you're supposed to. And if that's the case, we double up Garage either way. I think we double up in Garage either way there because we can't hold C. And as you can see, as I was saying earlier, if you're either playing for retake C or you're playing 2 people on C. And we played for retake this round because we didn't have 2 people on C. I think that once we made the contact middle, Psalm's assumption was maybe it's a C split, so he smoked C, especially because there's no one on site. So we smoke it to slow them down because they have to burn utility and that'll make noise for us to know whenever they're coming out C. And then there was the con for B. And this smoke is kind of huge for us. It helps them, but because it helps them hold site better, but it allows us to creep up, kind of like you would on attack. So now we have all this space. And an important thing to note is how we waited for Sky Dog before we did anything, because we weren't just going to blindly go out on site. He also did the same thing he did on attack every single time they went B for the retake. He teleported up here. This is his thing. I'm telling you, this is trademark Psalm. This is what he does every time he's going B. And then he smoked this off. So great round. As I said, defense is really boring. Defense is really just figuring out where he's positioning, and it looks like he's doubling up with wherever Killjoy is. It's either on C side or in Garage. He's playing to trade him at all times. So that's at least what it looks like so far. So let's see, round 3, 15. It's hard to write the summary of the round. We'll just put retake B. Why? Question mark. Because we're not answering why to that. We know why. We double up in Garage with Killjoy because there is a chance the enemy team has gun advantage. And we want close gunfights. Except Killjoy bought a rifle, so Killjoy swings mid. Gets the kill on Yoru. Very tragic. Round 4-16. We're not going anywhere near as in depth on defense, obviously. Should be. Is this last round? Yeah, I'm thinking this is last round.
Reloading. Just chill, Lee. Just sit there.
Interesting thing about Som as a controller, like everyone else, Sick, Nats, everyone else is a Phantom player. He's doing the Vandal just because he can do the Vandal.
One gotta break my dart.
He likes the Vandal more, so he's playing that.
Man, I got it.
So even if for the bullet tracers, I don't think it matters that much. I think in pro play, obviously you're gonna run the Phantom because you want every advantage you can get. But I think in comp, it doesn't matter. Whichever one you're more comfortable with. It doesn't matter who you're playing or how you're playing. Whichever gun you're more comfortable with. Logically, you should play it based off the angles you're gonna be holding, like long angles. Obviously, play the Vandal, stuff like that.
I know they're gonna stun or flash long. I'm
There's a
gonna
white
wait
spawn?
for it.
Bulldog.
That's fine. Stinger better, you know?
Actually, I'm gonna peek short.
I'm gonna flash lobby again.
Yeah, do it.
11 with my W stripper.
Nothing.
Placing swamp.
4C, 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 4C.
They have KJ ult.
What is he doing, John?
Ooh.
Yo, guard net spamming with a Vandal?
Oh, what the?
Why, like, is this serious? Like,
Are you fucking serious?
Yo, they didn't see it. Like,
One enemy remaining.
You grabbed one? Oh.
That's it.
Oh my god.
I don't want to take any notes on that round. I'm done. I think we learned a lot. I think we learned more so comms and mid rounding than we did about Omen, because Omen plays the exact same way as Astra, except verticality and flashes. I get why he's seen as the meta on this map now. It's a lot more complicated as Astra. You're doing a lot more utility wise. Overall, I had planned on streaming the VOD from yesterday, but this has been a 1 hour and 42-minute live stream on a single VOD. I think that we're done here, at least for now. I may stream again later, I may stream a little bit more VOD review. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to try and see what's going on with my team. So for now, we are done. Thank you to the 2 people who are currently here watching this. You've been with me for a while now, I'm assuming. It was a good stream. Not as good as yesterday's stream in terms of viewership, but I think that's because it was a bigger match and it was a little later in the day. So maybe I should start scheduling to start at like 2, go on to like 3 or 4. I think that's what I'm going to start doing later. But I wanted to get this one out of the way early. So thank you.